Ahem. Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura show. Good morning, good morning. Hello. Hi everybody, welcome back to another morning. Hello, could you relax please? Nope, opposite of that. Nope. All right, there we go. Good morning. Hi from South Africa. Hello, Cindy. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Nice to see you this morning. Come on in, everybody. It's going to be a chill morning today. I'm going to be doing some painting. I don't know where everybody is this morning, but I'm not concerned. We are going to get started and everyone will come in as they arrive. Welcome, welcome. I'm just going to copy and paste the link into our Discord so that everybody will know that we've got it, that we're here. Oh, there we go. Gorgeous, simply gorgeous. How are we all doing today? Oh, cute. Not portulaca. What are you called? You are called... Shoot, I forget what you're called. Candy has pasted in our group Discord some of the plants that they're growing. Okay, let's have us a look-see. Don't worry about the glitching right now. It will settle. What I would really like is if my eyes could settle. Ugh, I've got lashes on this morning and it is making me crazy. There's a possibility that I'm gonna tear them off, which is not ideal, but you know. Oh, excuse me. Got the big yawns this morning. Okay, let me turn the music down just a little. It is warm in my house today. It is 76 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what to tell you for American to Celsius, but it's warm in here and I'm thinking about opening the window because I'm hot. We'll wait on it because I did just run up and down the stairs a few times. Oh. She's sweating. She's sweating, let me tell you. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am going to be painting today. I'm working on a picture of my big fat cat peekaboo. This is how far I've gotten. And I think it looks just like her. So that's fun. I don't know exactly what it still needs, but it's not done yet. But that's something I'm working on. And then I thought we could also just come up with whole new paintings today, like something else we could paint. Because I'm in the mood to play with my watercolors. I have been very unreliable with my goal, which was paint every single day. First, it was paint every day of 2026. And then because I felt like I needed more motivation, I said paint every day of April. And I'm still not hitting my metrics. I'm still not hitting my goals. I'm going to lose my mind on these lashes today. Today is not the day. I'm not the one, lashes. I am not the one. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, I've not been painting as much as I want to be. So I'm going to paint today so that I can get some check marks on my list of things I wanted to do in April, which includes painting every day. So I've not been doing that. But I did start a painting last night of my cat peekaboo, and I painted something the other day, which it's not good, but I'm happy I did it because it got me back into the flow and made me want to continue to paint. And this is what I made. It's just lines, and then I filled in the background in different colors just for the fun of it. And it was a good little therapeutic painting business that I did there. So first, let's go through all of my paintings because that always gives me a little bit of inspiration and makes me feel like we'll be able to actually get something good to come out of the paint today. So let me just move my mic so that it's not in your angles here. And then we can decide what we're gonna paint. So we've got rock, nice. I actually really do like this one. I'm very pleased with how that turned out. And then we have Beelzebub. This is Beelzebub, who is my parrot. This is what she did to the paper when I showed her the painting. She wasn't into it. Or she was, I don't know. That's what she looks like, sort of. Then attempt 1 at a croissant. Not great, but I don't know what's wrong with it, so I can't fix it. I can only fix what I understand, and I don't understand. So croissant, snail, whimsical snail with a metallic slime. You see his metallic slime? So cute. Then just a blending practice, blending a bunch of colors. I like how it looks, even though it doesn't make any sense or mean anything. And then we've got flowers and dots. I have a headache now. I'm telling you, the lashes they're coming off. I can't do it today. Today's not the day for me. I'm gonna lose my mind and I'm gonna get a headache. I have a headache. I wear these little tiny lash clusters and they are so easy to put on and so easy to take off, but oh lordy, sometimes they just hit wrong, and today is one of those days. There we go. Now we'll just be mascaraed. Get rid of the lash. I'll throw that out later. Anyway, another blurry. I've been doing a lot of these because when I don't know what to do, these things feel easy. Excuse me. These things feel easy when I don't know what to paint. So I did this one, which is just lots and lots and lots of leaves. Then I did this one, which is leaves and some petals. This one isn't finished, but I don't know what to do with it. I was just playing with my blow dryer and wet paint. This one's also not finished, but I don't know what to do with it. This one is finished and I really like it, and I might actually frame this one because I miss that tree so much. Such a beautiful tree. And another one. Oh, this one actually did turn out really nice. Last time I saw it, it was still wet. That turned out really pretty. I'm into it. The plants and the flowers, or the plant part and the flower part, don't work together. Like, those two things don't belong together, but no one needs to know that. Don't worry. Please for second life. I'm just putting all my different ones together. Oh, by the way, yes, thank you. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button, guys. Like the video. It helps the channel, and you're already here. Okay, attempt number 1, or number 1 and 2. I tried to do some zinnias. I really like the shading on this, even though the zinnias don't look right. I really like the way that I used like blue on the bottom. What is it, honey? What's wrong? You already had your breakfast. Whereas this one doesn't have any shadows. So I feel like this one could have some bigger shadows important to make it look more realistic. Hey there, morning all, just sitting at the doctor's, time for all my refills. Totally. Mushrooms, that was something I was thinking about painting more of last night. So maybe we'll do more mushrooms today because they feel fun to do. I even really like the way these puff balls turned out. Or they're not puff balls, but they're like them. Yeah, some of these turned great. This one's another that I really like the way the shadows worked in it, even though I didn't really know what I was doing when I did it. But now when I'm looking back at it, I'm like, I really like the way this flower head looks. Like, it's so abstract, but it communicates the way that I want it to. We've got a cat. Thinking about taking the dog's food. This one's not good. Peekaboo, my darling. Does it seem like there's room for you here? Where are you gonna sit? There's nowhere for you to sit up here. Do you want me to make a spot for you? My sweet kitty cat is wanting to sit with us. So let me try and get her something to sit on so that she, oops, relax, so that she doesn't cause trouble. This is it, I'm getting you something. Move that out of the way. Do I need one? Maybe I'll need one of you. She's just watching as I clear her a spot, and she's leaning forward because she's definitely going to immediately go lie down on the spot that I give her. Are you ready? Here you go. There you go, baby. You can come sit here. I'll just move everything around so that you can join us. She's like, that's right, as you should. See? She just wanted to sit with us. Didn't you? You just wanted to be here with us because you're a sweet lady. Hi, hun. All right. So, we are going to be painting. That's the moral of the story. Hi, baby. God, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. I love you. I love you so much. You're my baby. Even though you're mean sometimes to the doggy. Wow, South Africa. Welcome, Cindy. A long trip. How long did it take you to find us? It's a joke because South Africa's far away, but also we're on the internet, so you can come here anytime. Come now, little painting. Get you. Gotcha. Oh gosh, almost dropped it again. Hi, Bubba. You just chill. I'm gonna be painting, so I can't be petting you right now. We love organizing the paintings by size. Excuse my yawning. There. Now we've got them all together. And Peekaboo has relaxed, which is great. We love that for her. There. Lordy, there are a lot of paintings now, guys. We've painted like at least a few things. I don't even remember painting this. Okay, I don't know when this one was from. Probably the same day as this. Also not dated, and also I don't remember painting it. And I don't like it now that I'm looking at it. I wonder what I could do to fix it. Okay, so I'm not fixing paintings right now. This is not a fixing paintings stream. This is a paintings stream. So we'll deal with the fixing ones later, because I'm working on one of my beautiful fat cat Peekaboo right now. I showed Alex a dog. Don't worry, he said no. I showed him a dog the other day just because it was cute, and it was a stray at the Toronto Humane Society or the Toronto SPC. I don't know which one it was at, but it was at one of those. Where's my palette? Oh, it's literally in front of my face. As a palette for my watercolors, I'm using a glass plate, and I have, okay, well, you don't need to see that. You want to see this. I have all my colors here. This is a beautiful rainbow of colors. This murky purple is what I was using yesterday to make Peekaboo's shadows. And right here is the black. So this is the black I'm using for Peekaboo, and then basically this was my color palette for Peekaboo. And here's what she looks like right now. What do you think? Is it accurate? Here's what she looks like. There's Peekaboo. Here, I'll show it to you both at the same time. Oh, that's actually pretty close to what she's doing right now. She's just being fat, except her back leg is tucked in currently. Whereas in my picture, her back leg is... She said, don't touch my back legs. Don't you touch my back legs, mama. You leave me alone. Anyway, I'm painting Peekaboo. And it's not finished, but it's started. And that's a sign to keep going. So cute. I think so too. I think so too. And I think it's gonna be even cuter. Let me try and get you a little bit of a better overhead there. I have no room on my arm here because, let me just show you why. I'm left-handed, and this is what's at my, this is where I want to have my hand for painting. And Peekaboo says, no, you can sit with me. I deserve all of it. All the room is my room. She is right about that. The whole room is your room. Well, yours and Toby's. Okay, so how's your week going so far? So cute, Potato Kitty. She is a potato kitty. Happy Wednesday. I'm having the hardest week that I've had in months. I am absolutely not well. My brain is very much against me and just working real hard to hurt my feelings at every opportunity. Luckily for me, I am surrounded by love, so I am able to say and notice that this is not me and this is not how I'm feeling normally, and therefore it will stop. But holy macaroni, the PMS is real. Not even the PMS, the DMS, the during. I'm not PMSing. I'm genuinely like, my brain is not on my side. I'm having all of those awful thoughts that we don't love to have. Not like the thoughts like that I don't want to be here, just like the thoughts that my point here is pointless. Not that I don't want to be here, just that I am making no difference in the world, and that I am, you know, all the bad things, the things that we don't really need, that we don't really need to be feeling about ourselves, because it's not helpful and it's not going to help make it any better. So, yeah, I'm trying to remind myself of that. Alex is consistently reminding myself of that. And yet, my mean little brain, she's still going, it's all about to crash and burn, Laura. It's all about to crash and burn. But it's not all about to crash and burn. It's all going to be okay, because life continues even when it feels really hard. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. And we're going to just be okay. We're going to just work our way through. It's all going to be okay. But holy macaroni, I am not having a good time. Wow, we do twinsy a lot. It's like no happy pills are working. Yeah, I have just been assuming that it has to do with my hormones, because my hormones be wilding out right now. They are not, like I said, they're just not on my side. They're making me doubt myself. They're making me feel unhappy. And I'm just going to try and live through it, because that's all we can do is just keep swimming. So I'm just keeping swimming, knowing that at the end of this week, it's a shift must take place. It just can't go that long. You can't, I'm not going to be unhappy forever. It's just a little fluctuation in my hormones, in my energies. Maybe it's the moon. Who's to say? All I know is that I just have to keep it chill, because my brain is not keeping it chill, let me say. What happened? Where is everyone today? It's like a very quiet morning. Good morning. Hello. Wake up. Live stream's on. Laura's live. Come on. Wake up, everybody. Oh, Peekaboo is so cute. She's sitting right, I wish I could have both shots right now, like both things in the picture. in the video. Like have me painting her, but like also I want you to understand where her face is. Look at her, she's right here as I paint her. She's making sure that what I'm painting is appropriate. She's making sure that she approves of her portrait. Let me see if I can do this so that I can bring her in a little bit. And then I can just like move this up, right? So you can see her, and then I can move it down so that you can hear me. Okay, like this. Okay, hi, I'm still here. And then I can move this a little bit over here, and that way you can see me paint and you can watch Pika. Look at her. She's literally a queen. You're a queen. Okay, let me see if I can adjust myself so that I'm not gonna block in the camera. Am I gonna get in? Oh, we don't need it. Look, there's the tip of my nose. Try and keep me back a little. I don't know exactly what I want to do, but I feel like I want more darkness in my photo because it looks like a brown cat and she's a gray cat, but I don't know what I want to do there. Look at her. Look at this beautiful, beautiful baby. Oh God, she's so perfect. Why are you drooling? You're just a happy girl. Look at this baby. Oh God, she's perfect. I know. There's our model. You're the model, Pika. You're perfect. When she rests her head in my hands, I'll die for her. When she does this, I'll do anything. Okay, you get it. You understand. It's a cat. It's a gray cat. It's a gray cat. She's right here. And that's, oops, that's what I'm painting. Is this perfect, beautiful. Oh, actually, that's a good angle, right? Because now I can paint and peekaboo's in it. Okay. You're like mildly in my way. Maybe I can like do one of these and then my arm's around you. I just don't want to bother you with my arm, but I do want you to be comfortable. Here, let me see if I, oops. Okay, we don't need these right now. I already have my paint palette. I'm just gonna scoot you forward just a bit, just so that where my arm rests isn't blocking your face, okay? Cool. Glad we're both on the same page. Ooh, squishy kitty. She is the squishiest. Do you think it looks like you? She's like, it looks a little brown, Ma. That's a little bit of a brown cat. But you look brown in the light, Peekaboo. What you don't understand is that you look dusty and dirty. So I did brown as your undertone, so that when I paint the gray on, you're gonna look a little less smoky. So now the next color is going to be blue, I think. But I want it to be the right opacity. I feel like I need to do some hair, but I don't know exactly how. So we'll see if I can get the blue to behave like hair. I don't know, man. Hi, baby. Hi. She's like, why are you not petting me? She's just looking right at me right now, and I just want you to understand what I'm dealing with. Watch, if I don't pet her, she's gonna start pawing at me, like, hello? I'm left-handed too. Oh, well, welcome to the club. My sister and her husband are fairly sure that my niece is left-handed. She's little still, so like that sort of thing, I don't know if it's like set in stone yet, but she does dominantly use her left hand. And they were like, you're gonna have to teach her how to write. And I was like, I think it's the same thing. Nobody taught me how to write differently. I just did a mirror image of what everybody else did. It's a paintbrush, you can't eat it. She's like, but I could try, Mama. I could try to eat your paintbrush. I'll die for this cat, do you understand? Like, you're supposed to die for people. I'll die for her over people. She's trying to find a comfy spot, but she's mad because she can't find a comfy spot where she's also being actively petted. Baby girl, you're coming off of your little sleeping mat that I gave you. I gave you a specific spot where you were welcome to stay, but you're coming off of it. So stay on your mat like a good girl. Thank you. I need a little bit of space. Do you understand? I need a little space, at least, to paint. She's so fucking cute. I know. Look at her. The jealousy that I have for myself because of how cute this cat is. How do I get anything done? I'm literally trying to paint today. Maybe I should paint someone other than Peekaboo. This is my baby, in case you didn't know. But I do need you to move a little bit. Thank you. Okay, now we'll try. I need like a darker color, but I'm trying to avoid using actual black. You can use black, it's just that I'm trying to make it like, I don't know, not quite black. I think it's a good time to start putting in her hair details. And I'm gonna do that with this. Technically it's a dark purple, but it's dark purple and I mixed it with a blue and I mixed it with, well, I mixed it up via red and blue and then I added brown to the red and blue. So it's like a dark brownish purple, which is basically gray. Okay, so I'll do her back hair first because it's all going the same way. Hey there, Hannah. My username suggests I'm also left-handed. I hate drawing with ink. I always smear it. Story of my life with every single medium. I always smudge and smear everything because of the left-handedness. But everyone always assumes I'm creative. And then I'm like, I mean, I am, so I guess you're right, everyone. And they say, it's because you're left-handed. And I say, I don't know that that's true, but I feel like it's, I like that people make that assumption about me. That's one of those assumptions I don't mind, you know? Let me include the palette so you can see what I'm working with, like in terms of mixing colors. So this is Peekaboo's palette right here. Red, brown, dark brown, blue. That's what I've been using to make different varieties of colors that you see here. Even though Peekaboo's a gray cat. She's just a gray cat. But she's a perfect gray cat. Let me zoom you back in just a smidge so that you can kind of watch a little bit more clearly as I do the hairs. She's basically just a big loaf. My big fat Pikachu. How's everybody's week going? As I've already mentioned, my week is going, I'm having a hard time. That's how it's going. What do you mean out? He just went out and you just went out. Everybody's out. Yeah, I'm having a hard week. And I'm just trying to be gentle with myself because I'm having a hard week. It's not really hard. Everything is fine. It just feels hard. So this is looking dark on her fur, I know, but it's also wet. So I think it's gonna be a little bit lighter after it dries a bit. I just want to get some texture in. I feel like she did not have enough texture. Texture. 44 today. 44 what? Years old? Degrees? 44 what's today? Here, because we have people who do. Well, if you're in South Africa, I feel like, do you use centigrade, Celsius, or do you use Fahrenheit? Because then you could be talking about the temperature. Or you could be saying, I'm 44 today. You need to be more clear. Clarification of language. Je ne comprends pas. Alright, give her some little cheek furries. Because Miss Peekaboo has the most beautiful little fat cheeks in the whole wide world. 44 years old today. Oh, happy birthday. Thank you for joining us for your birthday. I hope that watching mediocre watercolor is a vibe. I mean, it's a vibe for me. Also, I don't know if I told you guys this. I am dealing with tailbone pain. I don't know if I bruised my tailbone or if I strained a muscle near my tailbone, but it's not just my butt. It's straight up my tailbone is sore. And it only shows up when I'm in a specific position sitting, and it's like on my spine, just at the lowest part of my spine. And I am not enjoying myself, but I'm waiting until after all of my drama of my hormones finishes before I deal with it. But I've been doing more stretches to try and help, and I'm still struggling. I mean, it's probably a posture related thing. I'm probably sitting poorly and therefore causing some strain on my tailbone, but I am not having a fun time. And I just wanted to share that with you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Also, it's raining again today, which is fine by me. I did check the weather yesterday and I had a moment of panic because I've already put some of my garden in, even though it is April 15th, and technically I should be waiting until May 15th to be putting in my garden, but I just couldn't wait anymore. So instead of waiting anymore, I just went ahead and I put some of my garden in. I put 25-ish plants, probably 30 now, because I continue to add little plants here and there. And next week in my town, it's going down to -1 degrees Celsius, which is too cold for those seedlings, so I'm going to have to cover them. Like, I'll have to put a sheet over them. Realistically, the weather is taken near the airport, and the airport is far away from where I live, and the airport is like in a wind tunnel, so it's a little bit colder at the airport than where I live. So I'm thinking that it's not going to get as cold as the predictions say. Fingers crossed. And also, all my gardens are in raised beds, so I think that should also help me, I hope. That's my hope, is that the Can I help you? You're such a goober. My dog is, he was digging at his pillow to get a comfier spot, and then as soon as I looked at him, he sat down and stared at me super weird. You're not in trouble. You can do whatever you want to do, Toby. You live here. You're just my roommate. I'm trying to make sure that these rolls show up as rolls. Like, this is a roll behind her neck. There, he figured out he's allowed. And I want it to be shadowed like it's a roll. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to be mistaken just for texture. This area is because she's fat, you know what I mean? Oh God, I love her. And I guess that's the end of her head, her actual head. And we can kind of darken the sides of her head. You know what I mean? She's fat and it's important. I just repotted all my plants and transplanted my seedlings. It took 3 days, but it felt so good to vacuum and wipe the floor. Girl, I am so excited to be in that situation. I'm done repotting, I think. I don't think I have any seedlings that will need to transplant. Like, I think I'm done transplanting seedlings. Hopefully I'm done transplanting seedlings because I don't have any more room for any more seedlings. But if I am done, I'm not going to be doing any up potting for my house plants until summer. I'll wait until everything is outside and then I'll up pot them while they're outside. But I'm glad to be out of the transplanting seedlings situation, that's for sure. I'm very much done with this time. As much as I love spring because it lets winter leave, I also really love being done with this time, this planting season, because it's getting so messy. It's just so dirty in the house. Like, there's literal dirt that I have to clean up on a daily basis because, you know, things get knocked down, and also I knock things down, and also dirt just somehow migrates from plant pots to the floor. I don't know why that happens, but at least in my house, that is a very common occurrence. I walk around and there's now soil on my floor. At least there's not dirt from my animals on the floor. I do appreciate that I have 2 clean animals. Like, Toby doesn't track dirt in the house, and Peekaboo is very neat, so she doesn't make a lot of mess, but I make the mess. I bring the soil into our house, and then I have to transplant 1,000,000 seedlings. Did I tell you I'm over 400 seedlings at this point? My final count was like 407, I think, 407, that sounds right. So currently, there is no way that I would fit 407 plants in my garden because my garden is tiny, but I sure as heck started that many seeds. I actually started double that many seeds because I plant so many seeds, but that's how many seedlings I've ended up with. And I am happy about it. But you know what's weird is I grew up with getting seedlings from my mom, and there was always a rule of you take the ugly ones because the customers take the pretty ones. And that, like, my mom has a greenhouse and she sells her seedlings. So we would take the ugly ones, and it didn't matter because all of them grow to the same size eventually. Like, if you get ugly small seedlings today, by the time they bloom, they'll be the same as the ones that were big and strong when other people bought them. So we let other people buy them, and then we would take the ugly ones or the small ones or the squatty ones, the ones that didn't look perfect, but it didn't matter. As soon as they get into the garden, they take off, so it's no big deal. However, this year is my first year where I'm not getting any seedlings from my mom. I'm doing it all by myself. I've made the decision this year I'm going to do all of my seedlings by myself. So, because I wanted to do that, I started way more than I would need. And now I have all of these extra seedlings, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do with all these extra seedlings? Oh, I can give them away. So then I started sorting out my seedlings into, like, the ones that I don't need to keep, because I don't need to keep 400 seedlings. And I started realizing I found 3 flats worth of plants that I'm going to give away. And of those 3 flats of plants, I realized when I went outside yesterday, I picked all the nicest ones to give away. And I don't have to do that. I can keep the nicest ones. I don't have to give away the nicest ones. And then I had this thought where I was like, well, if I'm giving them away, I want them to be the nicest ones because they won't understand that they'll be just as good if they're the ugly ones, but I understand that they'll be just as good. And I was just having this realization where I was like, hey, I can keep the nicest ones. If I want to, I can keep just the nicest ones and throw out the rest. Obviously, I wouldn't do that. I'm not a sociopath. But yeah, I had this like moment. 400, oh Lord. This morning I drew Mario themed doodles and filled an entire page in an hour. My sketching pencil was just a 2-inch stub, so I went to the bookstore and I bought 3 new ones after my meeting. That's fun. Yep, 400. It's a bit much, considering my growing space is like 20 feet by 20 feet. There's just no way to have that many plants grow, but what I did is I decided some of them would be sacrificial, and those are the ones I planted outside early. So I planted a handful of snapdragons, a handful of marigolds, a handful of baby's breath and sweet alyssum, and just some hollyhocks and some malva. Basically just a few things. And then I also discovered I have cold starts outside. Things I started in January outside. I put the seeds in the soil and left them outside in a covered, like a container, to give them a chance to get started early. And I didn't know what they were, so I just labeled them Mystery Perennial. And I didn't know what they were when I collected the seeds. So they had been labeled Mystery Perennial before. I didn't know what they were. Anyway, they're big enough now to be identified, and they are garden heliotrope. I'll show you what that looks like in a little while in case you don't know, but it's really pretty. And after I took a picture of the seedling and discovered it was garden heliotrope, I went back through my photos from Halifax, which is where I collected the seeds, and I found a picture of me holding garden heliotrope, pointing at it, taking a picture of the flowers up close, and then taking a picture of the seeds. So confirmation, that was the seeds that I kept. I don't know how I didn't figure that out before. It's because I collected a lot of seeds in Halifax, honestly. I was a little bit seed heavy there. I'm so impressed by your management. I mean, if you came into my house, you'd probably change your tune. I'm going to be honest. The management that is going on it's more like somewhere between hoarding and a grow up. You know what I mean? Like, picture in the 90s. You remember when, like, in your neighborhood in the 90s, there would be yeah, you remember
grow up?
Our grow up.
It's a filtration system.
Okay, but you remember when we called them grow-ups when we were kids?
I didn't.
Okay, well, I lived in a town where there were grow-ups.
Ooh,
So
you're so fancy.
So those houses, I say my neighborhood, I lived uptown, but downtown there would be houses in neighborhoods that would get shut down and they would be grow-ups. And you would see as they removed all the equipment from the house, or you would see like grow lights in the windows. Basically, my house kind of looks like that right now on the inside, except for it's like marigolds instead of cannabis. And also, cannabis would be legal to be growing now also, but that's not what I'm growing. Anyway, I have 3 grow shelves. 2 of them my dad built a decade ago, and then one of them I just added grow lights to an existing metal shelf. So I have 3 grow shelves, and each grow shelf has 4 shelves in it, and each shelf holds 2 flats. So I have 4 times 4. Wow. Okay. Do I only have 4 light? Yeah, 4, 8, 12, 16. And then 16. So I have 16 places to put plants, which means I have, that sounds not right. Hold on. 2, 4, 6, 8. Each one holds 8. Each shelf holds 8 flats. Right? So do I have 3 or 4 grow shelves? I have 1, 2, no, I only have 3 grow shelves. So 8 plus 8, 16. Good. Right? Am I right or am I wrong? I think I'm right. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8. 24. I don't know why my brain can't do math. 24 flats. And then 24 times 20. I don't have 24 flats. I have 19 flats. Why do I have room for 24 flats? Whatever. 400 plants is the number of plants there are in my current world. However, I have planted out 1 flat now, so that brings me down to 18 flats. And then I transplanted a bunch of seedlings, which brought me back up to 19 flats. Then I reduced by 3 flats by taking out additional plants that I wasn't going to need. Like, I decided I only need to have 21 marigolds and 21 zinnias. I don't need 40 of each of those. So anything extra from my zinnias and marigolds and all of my other extras, they're outside now. It's warm, so they'll be okay, but that's 3 additional flats, and then I removed a 4th additional flat, which brings me down to 15. I have 15 flats inside. So currently I have 15 times 21. That's how many plants I have, which is honestly still too many, but I will happily give them away to my neighbors when the time comes. See, giving them away now stresses me out, because if I give them away now, there is a chance that all of mine will die. The chance is very low, but if I wait to give them away, none of mine will die. It's just the way that math works. If you keep them until it's time to plant, you will have too many plants. If you give them away before it's time to plant, everything dies. It's just, I'm not the boss of nature, I'm just telling you how it is. So, yes, it's a lot of plants. It is. It's a lot of plants. However, I have nothing. I have no reason for it to be that many. I was just worried I wouldn't be able to have them, and it's a lot cheaper to start seeds than it is to buy plants. And really, if you think of it that way, I'm saving money. Basically, in girl math, I've saved us hundreds of dollars. I hope I can get more lavender to grow. I only have 1 seedling that survived germination. The only perennial I'm growing from seed. Hannah, if you are willing and able, put all of those seeds into the pot that you put that seedling in, and they like to grow as sisters, and that is my experience with lavender. They don't want to grow individually in a seedling cup. They want to grow with their sisters. They want to germinate together, because in the wild, that's what would happen. The lavender would drop all of its seeds, and then all those little seedlings would come up together. So if you're putting 1 seed alone into a seed tray, she's never going to be happy. She never would do that in the wild. 1 alone would never survive. But if you just on like a regular pot, of course I don't have any, on a little pot, why would I have a pot of soil right next to me? Because that's who I am. On a little pot of soil, sprinkle your seeds, water that pot of soil, just like barely, I wouldn't even cover them. I would just tap on them, like tap them down, put them in the fridge for 3 days, and then put them all outside. And then just leave them this summer and just like pretend like you got 0, and they'll come by the end of the summer. Unfortunately, lavender is also so friggin' slow. It's like she doesn't even care that we're trying to grow her for a reason. But she's not here for us. She's here for herself, and we just happen to get to enjoy her sometimes. Okay, I'll do that. The girl math is mathing. I emptied 2 bags of daisy seeds in a shallow tray 3 days ago, and I thought I'd put them on a heat pad to speed things up. And how did that go? Why did you put 2 bags of daisy seeds? Can I be honest with you? I friggin' hate Shasta daisies. And I have them in my garden, and I don't have a reason to hate them. They've done nothing to me. All they've done is make flowers. Every time they make a flower, I look at it and I'm like, ugh. Oh, thank you for the assurance. You're welcome. I hope that all works out for you. Honestly, though, if you know anyone who has a lavender plant, it'll be even easier for you if you just rip a branch off of theirs and then shove it in soil. Would they mold? Would what mold? The daisy seeds or the lavender? The lavender will not mold. Especially not in the fridge for 3 days, if that's what you're meaning. Oh, my beautiful peekaboo. Oh, actually, this is helpful, having you right here. I can decide where those little hairs go. I just want you to understand what I'm... Oh, you can't see, but look. This is where my arm is. Here's what I'm painting. There's my muse. She's so cute. One daisy type is lilac and the other is peach. Okay, that's better than the ones that I have. The ugly ones I have are, no offense, I will always keep them because they are from my mom's. Like, I'm just gonna search lilac. I want to see what it looks like. Lilac daisy. I will keep them forever because they're a perennial from my mom. But they're white. They're white with a yellow center. And that's literally how weeds look here. Like, we have the most weedy... We have the most weedy looking daisies. And these look like daisy weeds. But they're not. They're Shasta daisies. Okay, lilac daisy. Okay, that's cute. That's an annual. Mine is a perennial. Unless you're talking about, hold on. Pyrethrum daisies. Are you talking pyrethrum daisies or Shasta daisies? Because if you're growing pyrethrum daisies, that's awesome. It's a free bug killer. Oh, it's called Oopsie Daisy. Okay, let me see. Oopsie Daisy. Oopsie Daisy. Images. Calendula Oopsie Daisy. Nope. Oopsie Daisy flower. Flower. Oopsie Daisy's flowers. Okay, it's showing me calendula. The one I have is leucanthemum. Oopsie Daisy is... Oh, there we go. Calendula Oopsie Daisy. That's not calendula. That is a different flower. Calendula does not come in those colors. Calendula... Purple calendula? What do you mean? That doesn't exist. Stop tempting me. That's not true. Calendula does not exist in purple. It comes in yellow and orange. I would know because I hate yellow and orange. I don't hate them. I just prefer not orange. Okay, let's see. Oopsie Daisy is orange peach. Be right back. I gotta find the packet. Sadly, they're just 1 year. It's called Oopsie Daisy. Yes, please find the seed packet. Lilac is pygmy buff. Pygmy buff daisy. Pygmy buff. Oh, that's calendula. What are the weird words for these things? I have that. Mine is called Indian Prince and Flashback. Pygmy buff, literally. These are not daisies. These are calendula. These are medicinal plants. What's the brand for your seed? Can you tell me? I got them messed up. The lilac is pygmy buff. I love it. Oopsie Daisy is orange peach. Okay. The lilac is pygmy buff. Pygmy buff daisy shows a calendula and it is not lilac at all. Oh, are you just telling me it's called lilac? Also, wait a second. Where are you from, Hannah? Because maybe if it's not English as the first words on the packet, that's what it is, but the English version of that exact same seed type is not called a daisy. It's called calendula. It's Swedish. Okay, that's why. Because you guys have marigolds labeled as... You guys... I don't know, man. You guys label your stuff different. That's a beautiful plant. It's medicinal. Calendula is wonderful. It smells nice. It's very sticky, I will say. Okay, do the seeds look like little letter C's? Hard little letter C's? I think I might have some here, actually. Do the seeds... I did do. Is this what the seeds look like? because I'll have you know, these are 100% germination. If you planted a full packet, you're gonna have a full packet. If this is the seed that you planted, these little hard little letter C's, you will have 1 billion seedlings. Very cool. Flashback offers semi-double 2 to 3 inch blooms of satiny shades of orange, apricot, rosy peach, and cream, many with petals backed with deep red or maroon. They add sparkle to the country-style bouquets and always attract butterflies. Calendula petals have been used for centuries in soothing lotions and salves. Their edible petals make colorful salad garnishes. Plant in early spring. Sow seeds 1 inch apart in well-drained soil in full sun. Cover 1/2 inch deep. Firm the soil and keep the seed bed moist. Germination takes 1 to 2 weeks. That's not true. It does not take 1 to 2 weeks. After seedlings are well established, thin or transplant to allow for good air circulation and discourage mildew. They can be sown again midsummer for early fall blooms. You don't have to sow them again in midsummer because they will bloom all the way until the frost, and they will bloom just beyond the frost. Calendula is thebomb.com. It always succeeds for me, and it always looks beautiful. One thing I don't love about calendula, though, the stems, the flowers, and the leaves are all sticky. The smell of the stickiness is nice. I'll remember that they're called calendula. I don't know why I thought they were named daisy. It's because they could be called daisy in other languages. They look like a daisy. They're called marigolds in other languages. So, I mean, who's to say? Some people say calendula, but that would be wrong. It's calendula. But you can call it calendula. I don't think anyone will judge you, except me. But I won't hear it, so it's fine. Anyway, they're a beautiful flower, and they grow so many flowers. And guess what else? They can go out early. I've already planted 5 calendula plants outside, and the seeds I planted outside have all come up. The calendula ones. They are a lovely plant to have in the garden. That is for certain. I like that you have multiple kinds. You definitely did not need to plant all of the seeds, but I'm happy for you. Oh, they also like to be planted in pairs. From my experience, I have the witchy belief that some plants have personalities. Makes it sound like I'm crazy, but they have preferences beyond like full sun, partial sun. They have preferences beyond that. So like the seed packet will say, oh, it wants full sun or partial shade. What I'm saying is calendula wants to be planted with her sisters. She wants they want to lean on each other. They don't want just to be alone in the garden. I make an effort to plant 2 of them or 3 of them in one spot so that they can lean on each other, because they have a weird growing method. Let me show you. I'll show you. I have them. Hold on. Just hold on a sec. I have one just over here. Oh, my friggin' tailbone. Okay, hold on a sec. I know I have one. Just one sec. Don't. You know what? I think I have one downstairs. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Okay. So, I am returned. Panic not. I'm here, everybody. Don't worry. They're my mother-in-law's favorite flower. I also wanted to show you this, because this happened as well. Happy birthday, Lobelia. This is my little happy lobelia. I use them in skincare. Oh, cool. I use them as, I dry them out and I give them to my birds so that they can rip them apart and eat them, which they very much enjoy. And I also have used them in tea. I made a balm once with calendula, and then never again. So no reason, just never did it. Now I just grow it. I feel bad about distracting you from painting. I love talking about plants. It's not bad. Okay, so do you grow calendula already? Am I talking to you like you're an idiot, but you actually know what you're doing? I'm really sorry if you already know all of this and the information I'm giving you is like annoying. But for those that don't know, calendula has this fun little thing about her that, do you see this little bottom stem? This little bottom part is like a completely different texture than the regular stem. This is like almost woody versus the stem where the actual leaves are coming out are super breakable. Like calendula leaves break as easily as lettuce. Like they rip apart. Even the leaves smell nice. You know what they kind of smell like? Hold on. They smell like something that I like eating. I can't tell. I can't smell it. I can't tell, but I know it smells like some kind of meat food. It smells like a red meat. Like lamb with mint sauce. It smells like lamb with mint sauce. It doesn't smell like mint sauce, and it doesn't smell like lamb. Calendula smells like lamb with mint sauce. Okay, so back to it. This little stem, the reason it's like this is so that the calendula can get fudged around by the wind without breaking. Other plants, that stem, do you see how it just sort of flops around easily? It's so that it can get knocked around by the wind without breaking. Now, if you put two of her next to each other, they'll keep each other a little bit more stable. So I like to put them with their sisters. Thrips? Are you thrips? Yep, friggin' thrips on my calendula. Look at that. That right there is a thrip. And do you see the damage it's doing to my calendula leaves? Kill them. Kill them all. That being said, calendula is a strong, strong lady, and she's not going to be deterred by a few thrips. So I don't even care that they have thrips. I will not treat them for thrips. I will just wait until they go outside, and the ladybugs will destroy all of the thrips, and it'll be fine. Anyway, she's beautiful. She needs support, absolutely, but she doesn't want to be supported by a stake. If you if you put a stake into the plant pot and then tie her to it, she'll snap. All of these leaves will snap off. The main stem will snap. She's very particular about the support she wants. She doesn't want you to put fake support. If she wants support, it's the support of another plant. So if you're planting calendula, plant 2 or 3 of them in a little pile together and they'll keep each other safe. If you don't want to do that, then plant a few things around her. She needs a friend, basically. Calendula wants a friend. Now I have dirt on my hands. Okay. Anyway, are you coming close to flowering yet? The one that I put outside has a flower head on it already. Anyway, these guys don't mind being out in the cold. They can handle a frost. They can handle... Honestly, they can handle a little bit of snow. She's like, I love how you're using a crochet hook. It was an example. You knew what I meant. Anyway, she can handle a frost. She can even handle a light snow. So most of my calendula will be put out before the last frost even happens. Sorry, now that I'm aware there's thrips, I'm checking. This one doesn't seem to have any damage or any thrips on her. Ugh, gorgeous. Anyway, now my hands smell kind of like sage. You know what it smells like? A bunch of herbs mixed together. It smells like sage and thyme and mint mixed together with something sweet. It's lovely. Anyway, calendula. She's beautiful. She's beauty and she's grace. We're so proud she's growing. And someone else is growing. that I want to show you that we did a transplant of, what, a month ago now? This is my Oxalis triangularis. Let me show you her from the front. She's beautiful. She's doing the most. Another girl who likes to be with her sisters. If you plant a single one, she's never going to be as beautiful as if you plant 10 of them together. Even if you plant 10 of them in individual pots next to each other, 10 planted in one pot will get bigger. So this is triangularis, Oxalis triangularis. This had no leaves, not one leaf. What, 5 weeks ago? There was 0 leaves on this pot. But I cut all of the corms, put them into a new pot, and now she's happy. Also, this shaking makes the leaves stronger, even though it seems like plant abuse, it's not. But isn't she lovely? My clovers, my beautiful clovers. Anyway, she's doing great. She's doing amazing. Also, I have 3 hanging baskets outside growing now and 1 regular basket planted of petunias. What are you thinking? Meow, meow. Who do you think you're biting? Who do you think you're biting? Don't bite me. Don't bite. Don't. See this violence I'm submitting? Can you relax? This is you attacking me. This is not me attacking you. This is you attacking me, you goofball. Anyway, they smell a lot. They do smell a lot. Do you grow them each year? Sorry if I was just giving you a, what's it called? Like a lecture that you already understood everything. Peekaboo, you just drooled your spit all over me, girlfriend. Can you also let go? I was helping. I was helping you. I was helping. Don't bite me. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Fat cat. Anyway, yes, I'm very pleased about how the Oxalis is looking right now. It's doing the most. I loved it. Okay, cool. Well, anyway, I have a bunch of calendula outside, which I'm happy about, but there will be more going out in the coming weeks. I did look at the weather, however, and I am a little bit concerned about some of the plants I put outside. Oh, I have other really good news. Okay, so here's the news. I was putting plants out 2 weeks ago because it was warm for a day. So I had a bunch of my plants outside. They were just in the shade, waiting, trying to get a little bit stronger. And while they were out, I started cutting the, what is it called? Pinching back. I started pinching back a bunch of my plants. And when I pinched them back, instead of throwing those cuttings, those top cuttings away, I shoved them in the soil in my garden outside. I shoved them in with full knowledge that they would most likely die because it was gonna snow again. It's still winter, whatever. I put dahlia cuttings, snapdragon cuttings, and marigold cuttings all in my garden. I put 2 dahlia cuttings and then a handful of snapdragons. They rooted. So it has snowed. It has snowed. It has snowed. It has snowed since I put those cuttings in the ground. I just tucked them in. I literally did nothing. I didn't put any rooting hormone or anything. I just broke them off of the plant, shoved them into the soil. And it's been wet, but we've had 2 freezes, like two snowfalls where it froze enough to have snow. And the dahlia, out of the 2 cuttings that I tucked into the soil, one of them is still alive. The leaves that were on it when I shoved it into the soil, they died because they got frostbite from when it snowed on top of them, but they didn't die. The leaves crumpled up and now there's new leaves coming out, and I pulled on it and it stuck, like it has roots. Also, I pulled out a couple of the snapdragons and they have roots. So I now have more snapdragons, which I don't know that I needed anymore. I had 26 total. of my Chantilly Snapdragons, and they are lovely and beautiful, but I don't know that I need that many, realistically. It's just a lot of Snapdragons to have. That being said, there is no number of Snapdragons in my garden that will feel like too many, you know what I mean? So yeah, I was really surprised because dahlias are not frost tolerant. They don't generally live through frost. Here's one of my dahlias who is not doing the best, and I don't have a good reason why, but some of the growth points have just started dying off. You can see they're kind of like dry. The plant is not dry, and yet things like this are happening. So this is what the leaves that were outside looked like. They died off like this. Like they sort of dried out and died off. But now there's new growth that looks amazing on the ones outside. Also, there's a random lobelia living in this pot that I'm letting live there. Anyway, so a bunch of Snapdragons have rooted in the soil, and so has a dahlia. So I'm going to take more cuttings of dahlias and start doing the same thing, because 0 of my dahlia cuttings that I put in rooting hormone and then into a Ziploc bag, in a pot in a Ziploc bag. Like, I did everything right the way it says to on the internet to make copies of your dahlia, like how to take cuttings of a dahlia and how to get rooted cuttings. I did everything that it said, and all of them rotted. Every single one rotted, every single one died, 0 of them rooted. So for 0 of them to root when done the correct way, but then to have 50% of them root when I just shove them outside, you bet your bottom dollar that's what I'm going to be doing next, is just shoving more and more of them outside. I am concerned that we are going to have one more like real freeze, and that's next week. I'm not hugely concerned. I think that I will just put like a bed sheet over top of the most delicate plants, and then the ones that are not the most delicate, they'll probably be fine, I hope. Reignites my passion. I'm glad. I'm so excited for the garden. My passion comes back every spring. It actually doesn't leave, and I just get depressed in the winter, and then in the spring I'm like, I'll live, I'll survive. That is too blue here. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so really looking forward to seeing how that turns out. If the cold doesn't really come, then the plants that I have put out already are going to be so far ahead. And if the cold does come, then I still have hundreds of plants to replace them with. Although it would be very cool if the plants I put outside are able to not die. That would be really cool. It definitely feels more fun to have sacrifices outside than to just fully wait until the summer to plant. If you put out some sacrificial plants, it feels fun. At least in my experience. Kitty cat. I need some shadows because this ear is not showing up very well. Need more blue. Anywho, yeah, I'm very excited. I also am excited because a greenhouse that is close-ish to me has Lisianthus in multiple colors, and Lisianthus is a very beautiful flower, and I grew it last year, but none of mine survived winter. So I'm kind of excited that they're having multiple colors, and maybe I will add some to my garden. I do have a garden budget. I don't have a set number for what my garden budget is, but I know that I know that I have plans to not spend an ungodly amount on plants this year, which I'll let you know how we get along there. I mean, I'm not gonna guarantee that I will spend zero. I'm not gonna spend zero. Let's be honest with ourselves. We don't have to lie to ourselves. We're not lying in this house. I won't spend zero on my garden, but I'm gonna try really hard not to spend hundreds on my garden because I already planted all the seeds I need. I really don't need any more seeds, and I don't really need much dirt. I think that I just need like some amendments, like some manure, but I don't really think I need I don't really need dirt, just some manure. Is that working? Yeah. Gonna just make this whole area a little bit bluer. Anyway, I'm very, 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 very happy and excited for spring and for the summer. Now that my garden beds are all set up, okay, that's good. That's what I want. I want this to look like a fat roll, because that's what it is. Miss Pika, you have fat rolls. Perfect, perfect fat rolls. There. Maybe a little bit too sharp of a line. Soften it a bit. Yeah, that's better. We've got us a fat kitty, and she's the perfect kind of fat. When's your next frost? My entire budget will go towards pots. They're so expensive, even the plastic ones. That sucks. And I know you're not in the same location as me, but I do have a suggestion. If you go to a garden center that sells seedlings and you ask politely if they have any extra, what are they called? Nursery pots. They may give them to you for free. I find whenever I ask, I have been told yes. So if you have a nursery near you, I would ask, because they do up pot their own stuff, and then they end up having all of these pots. And I mean, Sweden's probably different, and you can't just throw things out, but here things just get thrown out in the garbage. So you're saving the nursery from having to do it. I need big pots. Yes, but nurseries have trees. So they could have pots that it's worth asking. I have a silly robot lawnmower, so I have to put pots instead of making flower beds. That's cool that you have a silly robot lawnmower. I also have everything in pots. And my mom and dad have a farm, so I've got a lot of my big pots from them. But they got a lot of their pots from other farmers who just have huge quantities of these things. So yeah, I also found some of mine for free on Kijiji, which is like our buy and sell website, but also nurseries, garden centers. Mine doesn't, just seedlings and outside flowers. Oh, bummer. Well, that sucks. I hate that for you. I would recommend, if you are able, try the fabric garden bags. I have a 5-foot circular, 5 foot across, and it's 2 feet deep, and that's a whole garden. That's a whole garden, but it's all in a fabric garden bag. So, I mean, it's an option. I live in a tiny place in Norway. We have a lot of wind here, so our calendula have to grow up quickly to be outside. Yeah, that makes sense. The cold. Norwegia. That's a quote from a movie. I have this salmon. It's from Norwegia. It's a stupid lady, and she says Norwegia instead of Norway. And it was funny in the movie. She is played by Jennifer Coolidge. I have to try that. You should. I enjoy having that one. I will say the smaller ones sag a little bit. Like if they're not tall enough, then the dirt sort of like makes them sag, which it's fine. You can make it work. It's just a little better if they're a little bit of the bigger size. And you might find they're cheaper that way. My favorite cheese is called Norwegia. Norwegia. What do we think? Are we looking more like a gray cat? Are we getting somewhere? I feel like we're getting somewhere. I feel like this area needs more blue, but I don't want it to be a dark blue because I don't want it to darken the fur too much. Oh, peekaboo, my sweet girl. My sweet fat gray kitty. Again, we got another roll over here from my big fat girl. Her big fat neck rolls. For a cat that has lost weight, she is so fat. Like her fat rolls will never leave. She's so squishy. She is a very squishy girl. But technically, she's lost weight, so she's not actually a fat girl. She just is. You know what I mean? She's like big boned. The vet did not laugh when I said that. Oh, she's just big boned. And then the vet said, no, she's not. She's literally not. I was like, okay. Rude. I wonder if I should add green. If that'll do something that I'm looking for. Because I've been doing blue mostly. I'm gonna try with some green and see how it feels. Where do I want to try it with? I feel like I want to try it somewhere back here. We'll see if the green works. Sometimes you just have to try, and then if it works, great, and if it doesn't, then that's what you have to deal with. It worked fine. Because guess what? Green and gray, they're friends. Yep, that's good. That cooled it down good. Beautiful. Are you a green-gray peekaboo? It's like, no, more of a brown-gray, but that's all right. I don't want to come here. You come here. Who are you talking to with that attitude? Me? I don't think so, Beelzebub. I'm your mummy. You don't get to talk to me like that. That's what I wanted. I didn't realize what she needed was green. Sometimes what you need, you just don't know, but what you need is green. Okay, I think here needs green. This is too brown, and we need to cool her down a bit. And we'll do that with a little bit of green. Excuse me, Pika. I'm honestly, obviously in the middle of something here. Here's what I'm dealing with. Okay. I feel like this needs to be darker blue. Her tail doesn't look right. Not with her dark stomach. Feels like this whole area needs to be like dark. All the way to there. I don't want a dancey dance. You come here if you want dancey dance. I don't want dancey dance. You come here. If you want to dance. I'm not coming to you. You come over here. Okay, I'm gonna take some of the dark blue. I'm not dancing with you. You come here if you want dancey dance. I'm not doing that. We ain't doing that. She said, yes, we are doing that. Okay, now, Beelzebub. What in the world are you youping about, huh? What's your drama? Huh? Dancey dance? Dancey, dancey, dancey dance. I said a dance, dance, dancey dance, dancey dance, dancey dance, 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 dancey dance, dancey dance, dancey dance, a dance, a dance, a dancey dance, a dancey dance, a dancey dance. You're so good. Stop. Thank you. Okay, so you kiss. Dancey dance. Okay, we're gonna try and give her some fur for her tail here. Just a little on the edges. Pika pretty. She's the prettiest. I would argue. The prettiest cat there is. Sometimes. Oh god, she's so sweet at bedtime. I literally wish every cat could have that personality. When it's time for bed, she's hanging out wherever we are. And then when we get into bed, she comes with us, she gets into bed, and then she curls up right beside me. Good morning, Michelle. Nice to see you this morning. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Doing a little bit of a Pika painting. She's my very own Cheshire cat. Cheshire. Worcestershire. My worst Cheshire cat. I'm not a doctor. Okay. Feel like that looks nice. Good shadowy stuff happening. I feel like I don't want to make this too dark, but it does need to have more blue. But I don't want it to be dark, so I'm not going to paint the whole thing blue. I'm just going to do some dotty dots in blue. Can I tell you something? Her face looks just like her. I actually am very proud of this face. Look at this. Tell me how much this looks like this. Oh, sorry, I didn't want you to fall over. I was just trying to drag your head into the camera here. Let me show everybody how. She's like, I don't know, man. Look. Look at her. Look at this face. Doesn't that look just... Close your eyes so they can tell. Close your eyes so they can see that it's you. Can you tell it's her? She's like, Mom. So embarrassing. Can you move though? Thanks. Appreciate you. I think we're close. I don't know what's missing just at this moment, but if I look at it, I'm sure I'll figure it out. Sorry, Pika. She's like, what happened? I was fully sleeping. But she's right here. Don't worry, she's not mad. Hold on. Here she is. Here, watch. See, she's not mad. If she was mad, she wouldn't let me do that. That's right. That's what I did with Pika, not with you. Okay. I also still need to do detail work, and I think I'm gonna have to use actual black for that because feel like it's not. No thank you, not interested. No thank you. Nope. No thank you. No thank you. I love using too many colors in a picture that is gray. Peekaboo is a gray cat. I have not used the color gray yet. Where are you going, Pika? I want to do some whiskers, but I'm scared to do it. So pray for me right now. Because I'm afraid. Here we go. We're gonna do some whiskers. And then a couple eyebrow ones, because she has those. There. There. This is my cat Peekaboo. She very fat. She beautiful. Now I just need to do a little bit more shading on her feet so that we can understand what's happening with them. So we got toes, 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 toes. Then we got shadow here. Then we got shadow up here. Okay, and then this area is going to be darkened right down. Because that sort of zone ends up being pretty dark. And we'll just do a nice blue shadowy color. Okay, now this tail is actually in front of that leg. So I'm going to take the blue on this tail, because this area is where it is coming off and getting in front of the foot. I also feel like maybe her tail needs to be just a bit longer. So we can tell it's like a tail. But it has to cover part of her foot for reasons. Yeah. I even feel like it should cover more over here. Yeah. Okay. What is it, Tobe? What do you need, baby? Toby, you need to go out? Do you need to go outside? One sec, Toby's awake. He needs to go out. Sorry, I was checking if he's drinking. One sec, I'll be right back. Toby? Good boy. Can you press the button though so I know that you want to go outside? Toby's such a good boy. He's such a good boy. Yes, you are. You're so good and so smart. Okay. Oh, look at that big girl. Look at that girl. See, she's got blue looking to her. See, there's like blue. There's blue vibes here, and then she's got brown up here. It makes her angry when I tell her I'm gonna touch anywhere on her back end. She gets all annoyed. Hey, my baby. It's you. What do you think? Do they look the same? Equally fat, but in a good way. All right. So, now that we've gotten that far, I have to sit so weird to not have a pain in my tailbone. Okay, so here's where we're at now. Looks good. Now, I think I want to do... I think I still need like some other shadow here. Like on this half of her, or maybe... Okay, if this is in the dark... I feel like I need hair. I feel like she's too flat and she needs to have little hairs coming off of her. Don't you think, Pika? That picture of your cat is looking so beautiful. I wish I could paint like you. Well done. Thank you, Cindy. That's very kind of you to say. This year, 2026, I decided I really wanted to figure out how to use watercolor. It's one of my goals for this year is to try and feel confident with the medium of watercolor. And I'm definitely not there yet because I'm learning about layers and like trying to get things not to turn out muddy. That's something that is hard for me, is to make it not look super mud filled. So I appreciate your compliment because I'm trying to learn by learning, not by like watching videos and stuff. I'm trying to just learn by trying, but it is a little bit harder than I thought I would find it, because I find acrylic really easy to work with, and for me now watercolor is like a completely different thing. Same thing with this side, needs little hairs. She's just not a smooth cat. She always looks kind of mangy. Not mangy, but like rough. She's just not a smooth cat. I feel like her tail still looks too short, but it's not. She has a short tail. She's just a short-tailed girly. I do think it's done for now because I don't know what else I can do. So I think we're gonna stop on the cat and start a different painting. But I don't know of what. At least for now. Thank you so much. Ta-da! Peekaboo's tail, which even though you might not know, actually does have stripes on it, even though she's a gray cat. That's too blue. I held it up and now I can tell. Sometimes you could just tell after the fact. So now we're gonna go over it with some brownish, just to tone down that blue a bit. You're too blue, darling. A little too blue. That's better. I feel like that could happen in a few spots, actually. Like down here. Just darken this down. Just feel like she's darker. Okay, and then same thing over here. I just feel like this whole side should be darker. Yeah, that's better. I even feel like we could go a bit farther in with the dark. But now that makes me feel like this section needs to also get darker. Which is good. It's good to find out all the spots that need to be darker. That means her whole back leg should also be darker. Back here. And then we'll just lighten it as we come forward. Like that. A little better. She's still darker than this. I know she's still darker. We just have to figure out how to get that color to work without it getting her looking totally wrong. I feel like her feet aren't dark enough. So I'll do her leg and then up here in the brownish and just bridge that on the way up. Could be a little bluer. My angles aren't great here. Something's not right with that foot. But Pika also has a broken toe, so like maybe it's fine. I love if you could do a painting of my Yeti. What does a Himalayan look like? Is that like a Siamese but fluffy? Like in terms of color? Like they have the seal point or whatever? The darkness at the tips? I don't know what they look like. I know they're fat or fluffy anyway. This down part here, this is all a fat roll that she has. It's a little fluffy fat roll that she has under her head, under her neck. My beautiful fat kitty. Even though her eyes are closed, they're never really closed, you know? So there's like still energy of her eyes being open, even though her eyes are closed. Do you get the energy I'm talking about? Like her eyes are open here, but they're not open. They're open the way a cat's eyes are open, which is just sort of always mildly open. Oh God, she's so cute right now. Her stupid paws, look at her paws. She's reaching out at my paints and touching the little openy closey thing. Do you like this? Do you like the way it feels on your toes? There's a squirrel outside, Toby just saw it. Anyway, Peekaboo's just being the cutest cat in the whole freaking neighborhood. What are you gonna do with it? Nothing. Alright. Toby, you can't kill squirrels. You're way too small for that. I feel like we need just a little bit more happening clearly here. She just took my paints. I just want it to be clear that this is part of her big fat cheek. I don't want it to get missed and left behind. All right, I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're calling it here for now. Like that's maybe a little bit too defined. Toby, leave those squirrels out of it. Thank you. I think that's good. I think we can call it here for now until I learn more skills, basically. Turn her over, and this is Pika, and it is, that says Pico, let's try again, Pika, and it is April 15th, 2026, and I am Laura. Ta-da, we did it. Guess what? That means we can paint a new painting. I don't want to paint another cat, though, currently. Do I? Let me see. Let me see what the cat looks like, and then I'll determine if I want to paint another cat. How about that? Is that fair? Is it in pets? Where are you? Where pets and animals? Nope. Where are you putting it? Are you putting it in live stream discuss? Oh! What a fatty. It's not a fatty. The cat's not fat at all. It's just the way that it looks because of the way that it is. Oh God, I love a fluffy, fluffy kitty cat. Hold on a sec. Let me see if I can involve you here in the Discord. We want this one. Okay, so it's this kitty. Look at this friggin' face. Look at this smooshed little face. Oh God, so cute. Okay, and then aw, she looks so friendly and loving. Is that what that looks like? Does that look like a cat that loves? What do I do with that face? It's like an angry looking cat. Baby, what's his name? Yeti. Yeti. You told me already. Yeti, Yeti. You told me already. He literally looks like like he's literally ticked off. That's cute. He's a lover? Is that what that's what you call that? That's what you call what that looks like? That's a lover? Okie dokie. I believe you. I don't know if he believes you. Okay, so if we're gonna do him, let me just kind of think about him for a second here. Yeti spaghetti. Okay, so he's got, well, we can first see that he's got a huge chest. Big, fluffy chest. Could I just go right in with paint? I'm just gonna go right in with paint and we'll see if it was a terrible idea. We're gonna start with shadows, which is gonna be blue because I already have blue mixed up. We're gonna make a really, really loose blue. And it's almost a gray. Dab off my excess. And then I'm going to say he's got kind of a triangular shaped body. So we'll do big triangle shaped body on one side and then big triangle on the other side, but the triangle is interrupted by a big, oh, his tiny little feet. Okay, so big triangle, but then if we come like, we've got all this is big chest. This is big fluffy chest. And then two little tiny toes that just come out. Two little tiny toes. But toe number 2 is covered by big fluffy tail. Big fluffy tail. Okay, so there's big floofy tail. And now face, we have big chest. Chest. Then we have these triangle pieces that come down. What is this cat? We have big, huge, fat face on you. And then some tiny ears. Just little ones. On both sides. Yeah, and then nose. We have ears that come down to a nice flat nose. All right, here's Yeti. I call him Yeti Lee after Getty Lee of Rush. That's cute. Okay, and then, oh my god, that face is not even real. Okay, so if we've got this big chest, the face is, let's see, from the top of the chest to the bottom of the chest. The face ends just at about the halfway point. So there's his face, and then his little weird little mouth thing. This like big flat goofus, okay. And then his nose, which is so cute and whittle. And then his nose, instead of like a normal cat that has lines, his go like this. And then he looks mad. Mad. This is your mad kitty. This is what your cat looks like before I actually paint him. Just, I want you to see, this is what your cat looks like to me. Okay, so there's my outline. That's how I'm going to determine what I'm doing. This is my like sketch. And now I'm gonna go in with, what colors do you want? I think we're still gonna be working with blue right now because I don't want to pick colors yet. So I see more darkness here. I'm basically just everywhere that I see darkness, that's where I'm gonna put my blues. And this whole section. Beelzebub. Who are you talking to, Beelzebub? Why are you saying your own name? Hi, Laura. Mom told me you're painting Yeti today. I am. Here's so far what Yeti looks like. Do you agree? Because to me, this is what I see when I see your cat. In case you didn't know how others see him. Okay, there's your mouth, and then there's this part, and then there's this whole area is just dark. And then the area at the, you're so cute around your face, and then you start to get longer. Oh, your little tiny ears are so cute and stupid. He just looks angry. He looks like he's mad. What are you mad about, dude? What happened? Did nothing oh, nothing? Okay, cool. You're just literally every cat ever. Nothing bad has ever happened to you? Okay, cool. Just checking. Oh, he totally looks like a grumpy cat, but he's so sweet. I love a grumpy cat that isn't even a grumpy cat. That's always the best. We love a grumpy cat that is pretend grumpy. Can I just show you a grumpy cat that's pretend grumpy? There, right there. Oh, look, you can see the stripes on her tail now. Okay, you don't have to move right when I'm telling everybody about you. All right, Yetters. Let's see what we got here. Yeti, we've got these paws have a dark spot between them. He has primo resting bitch face. That's a fact. Okay, you have that dark spot by your eye. Then under this eye, that's all dark. And then the top of this ear is dark. And the top of this ear is dark. And the whole area around this side of your face is dark. And then, okay, let me see. These go lower. They go more like, who are you talking to, Pika? They go down like this and down like this. Okay, and then they come up over the nose. Like that. Kind of a square at the top. And this has some darkness. And then these are your big fat cat mustache face. God, that's a cutie. In like a, it's cute in like an ugly way, like a pug. Oh my gosh, yesterday and every day of my life, I was looking at the shelter animals, and there was a pug husky. And while you may say to yourself, who in their right mind would mix those two animals together? There's no way that that's going to come out cute, Laura. Well, let me tell you. You're right. But it was cute in like an ugly way. It was the cutest ugly dog I've ever seen. Ever. I think. And her name was Molly. And for me, that was all it took for me to think she was real cute. And I showed Alex and he said, nice. So I said, okay. Because basically I know that he'll say yes to anything I ask, so I don't ask him, I just show him things, and then I determine based on his response what that's gonna mean for me. Okay, that area is gonna remain light. Right now I'm not doing anything important. I'm just doing, well, it is important, but I mean, I'm not doing any super clean descriptions of him. This cat, this Yetiman. I'm just trying to get the ideas of what he looks like in the shadows, because then I can see him better. He cute though, let me tell you. That's a cute kitty. Okay, how are these ears working? We have like this. You're kind of a straight line, and you're kind of a straight line. And how about you? Are you straight lines? No, you're a curve. How about you? You're kind of a straight curve. Okay, and then these are going to be the hairs that come out this way, and then these ears connect to down here. And then back here is mostly like this. There we go. All right, here's how Yeti looks in my picture. Let me show you what I'm working from so you can understand what I'm going with here. Here's the Yeti that I'm looking at. okay? And here's the Yeti that I have started. Let me see if I can get them to the same distance. Do you feel the energy? The Yettergy. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Okay, now I can darken the tail down because now I've confirmed more of the shadows. So now that tail can get dark because it's the whole tail and nothing but the tail. So help me God. Okay. Floof, 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 floof. Floof, 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 floof. Floofy, floofy, floofy. All the floofs. I have so many floofs because I am a floofy cat. Adorable. Thanks. Glad you think so. You are so floofy. Why do you look so floofy? Do you have to shave his bum? Or is that only an old age thing with these guys? Or is that only some cats? I feel like I would love a rag doll, but everyone I know who's ever had one has had to get to the point where they shave their bum. And I'm like, if I'm getting an animal that has long hair, why can't it handle having long hair? And then I'm like, I'll shave the animal's bum as an old age thing, but like, I don't wanna. I'd rather have it just be an animal that has long hair. So I don't know how you guys manage his giant furry butt that I imagine is there. All right, you've got some like quirly looking ones. I bet you those ones are whirly and wavy because when you eat and drink water, you get water on them and then they dry curly. You dumb cat. Okay. Feel like that's all right now for shadows. I keep it trimmed. It's an always thing. See, like I love the idea of getting a long-haired breed. Okay, so now that we've done with that, let's get into red now. We've done our blue. Now we'll go into red. And red is going to be what we do for the shadows on, like this area is all cool toned, this area is all warm toned. So I'm going to use this dark red, get a good little glob of her, and then I'll just dilute her down a bit. And she's mixing with the browns in the pan around her, but I'm not concerned. I just feel like the front of this cat is so regal, and then to have a shaved bum, I feel like it removes some of the regalness. Okay, so this section here is all shadowed. I know it looks crazy right now, but just understand. I don't know what I'm doing. So it's probably gonna be fine and work out perfectly. Okay, and then also the front of this leg here. And then also these sections between the ear and the eye. And where else? These. I'm gonna have to figure out the shape of his eyes soon, and I'm a little bit nervous about it because it may turn out really, really bad. He may look nothing like himself once I get his eyes in. That's the problem with it being a pet as opposed to like just a Himalayan. Since it's one of your pets, you'll know when I get it wrong. Whereas right now I can just be like, oh, these are just shapes. You can't tell me I'm doing the shapes wrong because they're just shapes. Okay, all these edges. I feel like I went a little too far down on this side, so we'll try and erase some of that. All right. And then I feel like we've got red back here too on this tail. Okay, cool. And then this whole area is all fluffy. I feel like we could do some red details there. What is this? What's happening here? This is all fluff. Oh, I want something so fluffy. What is the dust level in your home? How often are we vacuuming? You know what I mean? Oh, he's cute. He's cute like a pug. Okay, so we're gonna do his eyes next. But because I'm scared of his eyes, I'm gonna do them in yellow. Or orange, I guess. It's gonna be yellow mixed with red. And I'm gonna try and get close enough to see. Okay, so we've got a line right here. The inner corner of his eye, right there. He's white on his chest and sable on his back. That's pretty. Okay, so this eye is kind of more open. So we're gonna make it round. But it also looks angry. So we're gonna do, this is just the shape so that I can feel for what I'm doing. And this one is almost not even as open. And then his nose is down here. And it's a very clean little triangle. And then perfect clean little line. Okay. Something. We're getting somewhere. He has blue eyes. Well, yellow is the shape I'm doing. I'm trying to get the shape. So we'll get to the more accurate colors later. Right now we're aiming to make him look like himself. Okay. So his eye is a little angry. A little angry. And then down. And then down. All right. Even a little farther on this side down. Okay. And then the nose is black. So we'll go with real dark brown. And we're just gonna full send the nose right away. Dark brown and blue mixed together equals charcoal, which on paper reads like a natural black. Get that nice and clean. Okay. Oh, the paint is not dry. Can't do that yet. Okay. At least he looks as angry as he's supposed to look. Am I right? He's got the right amount of anger in his eyes. For a cat that isn't angry, could have fooled me. All right, let me get some of these other colors involved. I feel like I do want to use black on the nose, which is scary, but I think it's the right decision. So I'm gonna mix my actual black with some of this orange, just so it's not too dark. And it's totally gonna be okay. And we're not even gonna have any problems. Okay, how far down does that go? You go a little farther down than I would expect. Good. That's my Yeti. Grumpy. Just a grumpy boy. But he just looks grumpy. He's not actually grumpy, which I love. I love a cat that's faking it. Cool. What do you think?
About nice.
Do they look the same?
Basically.
Equally angry?
Yeah, angry.
That's what his face looks like. He looks angry.
Rawr.
He looks like it.
Yeah.
Thanks. How can I be added to your Discord? Mom tried to add me, but it won't let me see anything. So to be in the Discord server, you have to be a Patreon member or a YouTube membership holder. So you can access it through your mom's, but you have to become a patron to get in. Sorry. Just the way it is. Okay. If I put this eye, I'm so scared to draw with a color by accident that I don't mean to. Okay, so now I can bring this. Oh, what a grouchy looking little kitty cat. We loves a grouchy boy. He's not grouchy, he just looks that way. Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, thank you for letting me know. Okay, there. And then he's got nice little pissed off looking pupils. For a cat that's not angry, I'm telling you, this cat is giving angry. Oh my god, I can see his little face now. Look, he's just mad. He's just a mad guy, but he's not. That's so fun that he's actually not. It's silly. And I feel like he looks madder because you can't see his eyes, but you can't see his eyes because his hair's long, not because he's mean. I'm gonna get this figured out. I'm gonna figure out this cat. I can feel myself figuring him out as we speak. Okay, and then he has a white spot right from his nose, and it goes in a shape, and then it stops, and then it comes down in another shape, and then it comes over. Okay, so that's gonna be black. And he's black all through here. Black up here. Okay, and then these are just wrinkles, so they don't need actual black in them. That's just a wrinkle too. Oh god, he's so stupid. In a cute way. Stupid in a good way. Okay, and then we got darks over. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna lube that down a bit. And then I feel like I want to do, this is a white spot, and that's a black area, and it goes kind of out to here. And that'll fade out. Oh, he's so ugly, but in a good way. When I'm saying ugly, please know it's not, I don't mean it. He's ugly like he's grumpy. Oh, I just want to hug him. What are you doing to this cat? Why are you treating this poor baby like this? What did he ever do to you? Ugh. Why are you mad? He's so much madder in my picture than he is in the picture that's there. I like him. I like this cat. Look at him. Look at how mad he looks. How's that not an angry kitty? He's just a baby. Okay, now we've got ears to worry about. So let me get a little more dark brown. Mix that in. Let's see if we can get this kitty looking like a little more like himself. Okay, the ear goes about halfway. Okay, and then it comes down. And down like this. My sweet Yeti. For a sweet kitty, this kitty is definitely got the grumpiest face I've ever seen. He literally looks like he's scowling. And I'm okay with that. Because that is, that's just what he looks like. The picture I'm drawing of your cat is making me laugh. That's how you know you have a funny looking animal. This isn't even the actual picture of the animal. It's a cartoon version. And to me, it is capturing what the picture shows me. pretty well. Okay. And this stuff is all pointed down. Underneath that second area. God, so cute. Anywho, how's everybody else doing today? I am having a lot of fun. If you would like me to paint your pet, please feel free to add them into the Discord under pets, and whenever I am lacking for inspiration, I will choose from there. Okay, now we have a big dark tail. So on this big dark tail, we are going to just go wild with the fluffy fluffies. Because this is the longest furred cat I've ever seen. When I was at the animal shelter a couple weeks ago, they had a Maine Coon. They actually had 2 Maine Coons, and they were the biggest cats I'd ever seen in my whole life. They were too big. Honestly, they were the biggest cats I had ever seen, and they looked so sweet. And in another world, I would have adopted them, but not in the world I currently live in. But someday I think I'd like to have a Maine Coon. There's a picture on my Instagram from when he was a kitten, and his face reminds me of a butterfly. A kitten? You had him as a baby? Yeah, we've had kittens. We got Alex's sister kittens several years ago. I was gonna say, I don't think I've ever had a kitten. Yes, I have fostered kittens. I have no desire to have baby animals of my own. The only baby animals I want are like farm animals. I don't want any baby cats or any baby dogs unless, you know, they show up unannounced. If his back is sable, what's that other picture look like? Hold on. Okay, so like, does that show at all from the front when he's facing the front? Like, can I make it a little brown on the sides here? Because I am. Just a little. Oh, he's so mean. What happened to you, little man? Who did this? Why are you so sad? I'm gonna adopt your cat. Because he's obviously unhappy. I'm so sorry. Look at him. Look at this fat picture. He's so mad. Obsessed. I'm gonna just keep saying it over and over again because I'm obsessed now, and now this is my cat. I don't know if you know. This is now my cat. Okay, that's his little tummy. This is his second leg. Coming out here. Leg goes all the way to where the beard starts. And the second leg goes all the way down to here. Oh God, those are big paws. Like, they're wide. I think I need to get a Himalayan cat because I'm literally laughing looking at a picture that I'm drawing of a Himalayan cat. That tells me having a Himalayan cat would do me good. Don't you think? He was being given up, so I took him. He's been with me for 9 years. Now he has huge paws. I can see that his paws look huge. They look very, very big. His paws look very big. For a cat, they look huge. I mean, I have small dogs, so they even look huge for a dog. I said I have small dogs, but I only have one dog, but like I will have many dogs. We just recently got Toby a new car seat, which it's like a dog bed that has 4 sides on it. But it's called a car seat because it straps to the car like a baby's car seat. It straps to the seat, and it also straps to the dog. So Toby has a little bit more safety. I mean, dogs are not safe in cars. Let's just be honest. There is nothing that's going to keep your dog from flying out the window if you're in a collision. That being said, I'm a very safe driver and we don't drive with Toby that much. Either way, he now has a new car seat, and he was sitting in the car seat and I was looking at it and I was like, what's missing? What am I missing when I'm looking at this car seat? And I realized 4 Chihuahuas can fit in it. There's four Chihuahuas could fit in the car seat we got for Toby. And I said to Alex, did you notice that totally easily 4 Chihuahuas could definitely fit in that car seat? And he said, oh yeah. And I said, will we have 4 Chihuahuas? And he said, yeah, someday. And I said, all at the same time? And he said, I hope so. And I was like, not good enough. I need a confirmation. I need affirmative yes. We will in fact have 4 Chihuahuas at one time. At some point. Eventually. You should hear him trying to gain traction on the kitchen. It's hilarious. Oh, just like running with no noise. I sent the pictures of Yeti to your Instagram. One of the pictures shows his back colors as well. Okay, cool. I can't show you right now because the camera that I can't check it right now because the camera that is on my phone is being used to film currently. But I will check it eventually. Okay, and then he has these big hairs that come out of the side of his ears, his ear hairs, if you will. I know they're white, but I'm doing them dark because I do not have white, and watercolor does not accept white as an option. Okay, and then these long little area. Get you some definition there. Look at this angry cat. Apparently he's not angry at all.
He's just chilling.
That's just what his face looks like.
Yeah, like me.
Like, oh, yeah. Your cat's autistic. Or Alex is Persian. I don't know. Himalayan. Either Alex is Himalayan or your cat is autistic. One of the two. But he's a little guy. He's a little guy? This cat's a little guy? In what sense is he a little guy? Because this cat is not giving little guy. His heart is a little guy, maybe? Like he's a little guy at heart? I like that his back feet just don't even show in the photo. Because they should be here. He's sitting. They should be like right here. We should get a big, stupid, fluffy cat. I immediately changed my mind. Peekaboo does. I said we should get a big, fluffy, stupid cat. And then I immediately changed my mind because Peekaboo wouldn't like them. He might be 8 pounds. That's so small. Peekaboo's like 15 pounds. And honestly, she's probably more. That's a tiny kitty. I like him better how I have him in my head, which is huge. I want him to just be the biggest cat. I need a white pen to do some of this. Cool. He's a tiny fluffy cat. He feels not tiny because the images that you have sent do not make it clear. Is that a rock on the floor, by the way? Same, by the way. Just same. I noticed in your doorway, it appears as though there is a rock on the floor, and I love the idea of using a rock as a doorstop. He looks like the Cat in the Hat if the Cat in the Hat was possessed by a spirit of the dead and gained so much weight. Maybe he and Peekaboo would get along. Yes, I picked it out. We love a door stopper from nature. Nature's door stopper. Why are we buying door stoppers? We have rocks. Okay, so give him a couple eyebrow whisker spots. Okay, and now we need to basically, now is when we color him. So everything we've done up until now is basically shadows, and now we'll color what his colors look like. So I need to take a break for a sec so I can look on Instagram so I can see what he looks like. From my children. Rocks from your children. As it should be. We want more. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. No, not in there. Where is it? Oh, in sent. I'm a boomer. Friend, you've not sent me nothing. Oh, there we go. Post unavailable. Thanks for nothing, Holly. It's invisible to me. I cannot see it. I can't see it. Perhaps you can send it to your mum and then she can send it in the Discord. Because it's not showing for me. Maybe we've been living with our lives half bent. Can you turn on? Thank you. Maybe we're bent and broken. Okay. She's been keeping rocks I find for her since I was 2. I'm 40 now and she still has all of them. As she should. As is a mother's duty. Oh crap, my page is private, that's why. That'll do it. Okay. Let's see. Sable means brown though, doesn't it? Brown and gray. See if we can get some warm tones happening in here. Every time I look at the eyes of this picture that I'm drawing, it's making me LOL. Okay, this area has some brownness. This area and this area. So stupid. What a stupid little cat. When I'm calling your cat stupid, please do not take offense to it like I'm calling you stupid, because I'm not. I'm calling him stupid because he looks stupid. I'm not calling you stupid. And just because he looks stupid doesn't, it's not a value judgment. It's just a fact. This cat either looks like it's plotting evil or like it doesn't have any brain cells. You decide. Okay, I feel like underneath his eyes, it blends right into black, so I'm gonna just make me a nice dark brown here. And then I will dab some of that off. And then I'm just gonna go in under his eyes. And I'm just gonna blend out from there a nice dark color. How about above your eye? That area is a little less dark. But here is dark, and down here, that whole zone. And how about above that eye? That eye is a little bit lighter. We won't really bother with that. Okay. What a goofy looking animal. Bred for thousands of years to be man's companion and whatnot. And they couldn't make it look any less goofy? I'm gonna abduct your cat is what I'm learning right now though. What I'm figuring out here about your cat is that I'm gonna abduct him. I've watched you long enough to understand your love term for stupidity. Stupid. Yes, it's a love term. When I'm calling him stupid, I mean like he's dumb cute. He's stupid cute. Like you see him and you go, that's someone somewhere bred his great-great-great-grandparents and his great-grandparents and his grandparents and his parents to look like this. And this is perfection. And when you go to a cat show, do you watch cat shows online? Oh, me too. When you see the cats in the cat show, they're like a beautiful broad chest, short stocky legs, perfect dense chest. Like they give all of these descriptors of Himalayans and other big fat cats, fluffy fat. And the descriptions are always, they make it sound like this beautiful, majestic beast. And when you're looking at the cat they're showing you, you're like, I understand all the words he's saying, and I agree with all the words he's saying. However, this animal is not from the wild. That's all I'm saying. This animal right here, not from the wild. Oh, he doesn't look like he has blue eyes in the photo. Let me see if you are going to give me another photo with more blue to the eyes. He's got a true lion's mane. He literally does. Like I can see it, like an actual, like this is all chest and mane. Okay, so he's kind of buff. The back is buff, I would call it. So if his back is buff, then we can get a really nice warm brown and just dilute the shiza out of it until it's very, very diluted. And then I'm also going to add the teeniest bit of yellow into the brown, just to get it more, whatever that means, yellower. Okay. More dilute, more dilute. Good, good, good. I sent 4 pictures to Mom. Hopefully she can post them to Discord. Okay, cool. Okay, I feel like No, but they are. Hold on. No, but they are and turn red when feisty. Blue eyes that turn red when feisty? That's not scary at all. I know this is all white on the picture, but I'm trying to communicate that the back of this cat is not white by doing like this. Blend her out a bit. Yeah. Like, I understand he's white on the front. I understand that. I just need it to come across like he's got brown hiding back there. Sable, if you will. Same thing down here, I saw some. And by doing that, the rest that's supposed to be white, even though it's blue, your brain will see white. Aww. He's cute. Okay, what about them paws? I feel like down around the face is still darker. I feel like back here has some brown now. You can see the top of the cat. And this face zone could also just have more brown to it. Aww. It's like he's getting more and more mad as I continue painting him. Okay, and I feel like this area there's some gray that I'm seeing, like here. Feels gray. And here. And then I do feel like it's darker, almost black. Probably looks like black. Okay, let's see. Ears. Okay. I put the pictures on Discord. Okay, cool. Show me. Stop it. That's not even a real animal. What is that? That's not a real animal. He's so floofy. Those are long whiskers. We're gonna have to do that. He's just a wee babe. Okay, so some shoulder sableness. Okay, so he does have a lot of white on the back. Well, we're just... Oh, what is that? Look at his little face. Oh, what a babe. He don't know nothing. Look at those friggin' toes. Look how little his legs. His little legs. Okay, let me just look at him for a sec. Try and get some stuff going on here. I feel like the darkness around his eyes is not dark enough. This area. Oh, let me show you what I'm doing. That area is not dark enough. And it goes from the corner out. That. Okay. And then it also, this part's super dark. And then this part. How far out you go? Not too far. It looks like he's way more white as a baby than he was as an adult. Is that right? Or am I just super off with the colors? The darkness around the eyes is definitely a good choice. This is making him more and more handsome. How do you even draw the whiskers on him? I feel like this turns into whiskers or something, but I don't understand what it is I'm looking at. You're right. Okay, cool. Good. So I'm not fully making up his colors. Oh, he's so cute. Okay, this front paw has dark. Not that dark, but it has dark. And then that's here. And then that's there. He's getting fatter and fatter as I draw him. I just want you to know he's just getting fatter. Okay, so you say he has blue eyes that turn red when feisty. I think we're gonna try and make these yellow eyes turn blue now. Hopefully that will work and we will not be caught with our pants down here. Okay. Beelzebub, are you doing crime? Please don't do crimes. Okay, so there's blue. Now let me try for a lighter blue. See if I can get a little bit more to show up here in terms of bleu. That's his winter coat. Oh, to stay warm in the Himalayas. How blue we talking? Are we talking like blue? Obviously his pupils are not dark enough now, but like that blue? Are they super, super blue eyes? Because they are now. Okay, and then we're gonna get black. Even though black is scary to use, we're still gonna do it. We're gonna be so brave, and we're gonna add a pupil. Okay. I can't pay attention to you guys for a second. You guys just have to. No thanks, Beelzebub. I'm busy. Where did I put the black? I put it somewhere. How can I not see where I put? It's a dark color, Laura. Okay. Okay. Like a pretty sky. Ooh, like a pretty sky blue. Well, pretty is in the eye of the beholder, especially when it comes to pets. But I did my best to make him look kind of pretty. He still looks mad, but it's all right. We're gonna make that work, and he's gonna look really cute when we're finished. If I can get enough water just for it to not bleed. I just need enough water to do some lines here. Oh, I fudged it up. Hold on. Hi everyone. Hey there, Kate and Michelle. That's his winter coat. Yes. Okay. Cool. Hold on. Hold on here. We're getting there. We're getting somewhere. We're losing something with the eyes, I feel. We've lost something, but that's okay. We're gonna get it back. Whatever the thing we've lost is, which I think is just like realism we've lost a little bit, but that's okay. We're gonna get it back. Figured it out. We needed shading on the eyeball. Can't be all the way the same blue all the way around. Okay, that helps. A little less cartoony. I don't know how to do his whiskers though. You know? I feel like he has like all these long scraggly hairs. Scraggly is not the right word. That makes him sound like he's not pretty, but he's very pretty. I just feel like I want to like have his... How do whiskers come out of him? Where do they come out? Like, do they still come out straight, or they feel like they would go down on him? Like this. Do you know how scary this part is? Whiskers are like a permanent line. I understand his whiskers are white also, but white on white doesn't show up. Aww, look. He's just a baby. An angry, angry baby. His whiskers are so long, they are half moon shaped. Okay. So they come down. Good thing I didn't try and make them go up. Okay, so I'm imagining he also has some eyebrow whiskers. I don't see them, but I believe. And they are probably long also. Okay. Ugh, I want a big, huge Himalayan. Where can I get one? I mean, here, probably the Humane Society, because people adopt cats all the friggin' time and don't recognize the fact that... What is wrong with this section? Why is this section not looking right? This is one paw. Okay, hold on. Let me do my outlines again. Something's not working. Something's not making much sense here. I think it's because this little line between our toes. I'm gonna put these toes here, and then this is your other side. Okay. And why are you looking wrong? feel like you're not blue enough or something. This is leg, so it should be blue, like the other side. And then this still looks wrong, but it doesn't matter that much because it is behind the tail, which I've just realized requires painting. Okay, we're gonna dilute us some dark brown. Oh, his tail's so floofy. I'm looking at the kitten pictures, so fingers crossed that it works. Why are you like this? Beelzebub, my darling. Shut up. Okay, I think that should do. You dancey dance. I'm not interested in your dancey dancing. No, thank you. Okay, and then I'm gonna take dark brown, mix it with blue, and then I'm going to use that as my wet on wet shadow. Okay. Good. I'm going to just try and give you just a little blend in. And then we'll come back here. Dance your dance. Beelzebub, I'm not dancey dance right now. I'm painty paint. No, thank you. No. Ta-da! Something's not right exactly, and I think it's that the mane is not working, so please hold while I figure out the mane. I think we need to have this section dark on either side of his big beautiful mane so that it's clear what we're looking at there. That's a chest. I like him as a fat kitty. All kitties should be fat kitties, don't you think? Hey. Okay. Ta-da! Yeti. Here is my interpretation. Actually, his nose is black. Hold on. His nose is not dark enough. That's what's wrong. That's the thing. That'll fix this whole thing. Black whisker, black nose. He needs a black nose. Okay, he has a perfect, beautiful little black nose. Just a little triangle with little dudes on the side. Oh, and then this comes down. Now what's your face look like? Oh, so grubby. So grubby. Okay. And then with a wet paintbrush, we could blend out that bottom mouth so it's not too aggressive. There. Is that what we needed? I feel like his nose is a little cuter. A little less rude looking. This is why painting with black is so scary, because there's no way to undo it. My son heard you say Yeti and he came over to see. Okay, here's Yeti. What do you think? Does it look like Yeti? No, I didn't say baby, I said Yeti. Beelzebub's like, baby? You calling me? No, you come here. I'm not coming to you. No, thank you. There's Laura's interpretation of Yeti. All right? Ta-da! Okay, you ready to see it together? Well, that's not the right one. Hold on. This is what we're working from. And this is how I see him. What do we think? Well, not bad. Hold on. There. Ta-da! Yeti! I feel like his tail needs to be a little darker. Every time I look, I find a new thing, which is good. Better than saying you're done before you're done. But that tail is definitely darker. His tail literally looks like a giant floofy. Mom had to run out, but she asked me to tell you thank you. Thank you, Laura. No problem. No problem. Gave me some inspiration, so thank you. There was a period where I was heavy on painting your guys' pets. It was like what I was doing. There. So this is Yeti. That's pretty good. Without a drawing, to have painted from no drawing. Usually I draw it first. This is Yeti. Michelle Falcon's cat. April 15th. And my signature. There. Everything coming up Yeti. And look at that, it's already noon. I don't know how that happened, but here we are. Final look. Senior Yeti. Looking, actually, you know what? I said final look, but I think that I still want under his eyes even a little darker. Because it looks black. And I just want it to clearly communicate. Black. Oh, I love how grumpy his face is. Like, Pika ain't got nothing on him, and Pika's got the biggest resting bitch face, I thought, of anyone ever. Maybe even a little better now. Blacker. Good. I feel good about that. Okay, here's me painting what my painting of my cat looks like. And here's what my painting of your cat looks like. Ta-da! This is Miss Peekaboo. She's perfect and fat. And that's Mr. Yeti. He's tiny and not fat. He just looks that way. 3 hours to paint 2 paintings. Maybe a little bit time consuming for paintings. Some of the lines under his eyes are tear stains. Girl, that's how it goes. If you're gonna have a flat-faced animal / a white animal, tear stains are just part of the story. That's just something you get. We have Toby, and he's a white and cream and buff color Chihuahua, and he has tear stains, and we clean them. If you do baths on him, once in a while, when you do clean under his eyes, if you, at the end of the tear stain, not the part where it touches his eye, at the bottomest part, if you put on a Q-tip a little bit of hydrogen peroxide and wipe that part, it'll wick the hydrogen peroxide up towards the tear without it getting in his eye, which would hurt, so don't get it in his eye, but it will remove the tear stains. I know it's like bleaching them out, but it's organic matter, so it goes away easy peasy. And it doesn't sting, it doesn't bleach it yellow, it just like lightens off the tear stains. So if you're like grossed out by them like I am, that's what I do for Toby, and he has zero problem with it. I love this. I love this cat. So I like that I made him fatter than he is. It's better. Fatter animals are better. But yeah, Toby has tear stains. I've had poodles growing up my whole life, and most of them were light colored poodles, like beige, apricot, or white. Tear stains is just the life. You just gotta deal with it. Unless you're grossed out by that, and then just get a dark colored dog or cat. It'll still have tear stains, but you won't see them. Anyway, friends, I hope you had a good time hanging out with me today. It was a quiet stream, but I'm happy that you came. Thanks for being here, and I will be back on Friday, so come back. Ooh, I'll let Mom know. Anyway, I will be back on Monday or on Wednesday. Jesus, it's Wednesday. I'll be back on Friday because I live stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. It is 12 p.m., so I'm going to head out now, and I'm going to try really hard to get work done today. I've been having a hard time. Today's the day. I'm going to do it. So I think that's it. That's all. And I will see you on Friday at 9 a.m. And I don't think we're going to paint on Friday. By the way, look, subscribe. I'm a real live YouTuber. Even though there's just 3 of us in the stream this morning. Even though it's just a couple of us, that's okay. Click the like button. Come to stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and come see tutorials on Tuesdays when I get them done. I'm so sorry I haven't been getting them done. But don't forget to click the like button. It helps the channel grow. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.